All right, we're here. Welcome. Today we're going to be reacting to Periphery of Pale White Dot. We have never done this before, and we glaze Periphery hardcore. My name's Dane. Cole, want to
My
introduce
my
yourself?
name's Cole. Yeah, my name's Cole. I'm the brother of Dane, and we're here to glaze Periphery for the eighth time for their eighth album.
Yes. How long you been a fan, Cole?
Dude, I was a fan probably when I first heard them. I was like 13 or 14 years old. I'm 28 now, so this is over 10 years ago. And my buddy sent me Mile Zero. I think P2 had just dropped. He sent me Mile Zero, and I was like, dude, this is the sickest song ever. And I don't play guitar, I play drums. So I'm like, holy crap, this is insane. And then since then, like on the Periphery train all the way till now. So 100%. Been to a ton of concerts. I've met the band personally. I've seen all the guys and all that. What about you, Dane?
I got in right after you. I was on a mission for our church, so I wasn't home. And when I got back, the first band Cole showed me was Periphery. He showed me P2. He's like, dude, you gotta check this band out. These guys are sick. They rip. And at first, I was like, dude, this is not like Christian music, man. Like, it's not good. And then I got over that phase, and honestly, it's been hail stand ever since. Honestly,
100% facts.
honestly. So
Facts.
I've also seen a bunch of concerts. I mean, I remember driving down to Utah to see them for the Juggernaut tour, and then a couple after that. And my wife is into them as well. She's really excited for the Will Ramos edition that's coming up.
She gonna join us?
No, no, but
Ah,
she
okay.
will. She's more hardcore than I am, so we're fired up. Let's get into this. We have been dying to listen. So we're going to start off with the next track. The first track is Obsession, and we'll go from there. Ready?
Oh yeah, dude.
Let's do
Here
it.
we go. Oh, interesting.
Jake's been doing some work.
It's very eerie.
All the noises are distorting. I wanna tear out of my skin. Sick from a never-ending season. No medication for a voice of reason. This obsession, all
Interesting.
consuming and so different. Wreckage research, closing the curtain.
Oh, oh. Got some black metal, dude. This is like some dark.
Whoa.
Oh, dude.
I like that little like synth in the background. It's really cool.
Some
Yeah,
days
it's
I
very
dream
eerie.
about the sunlight, but then I wake inside a
That's super sick.
boundless nightmare. I'm beside myself. Close my eyes to see the
Spencer.
of my strength.
Dang.
All right.
Wow. Interesting.
Dude, okay, so first thought, like it's kind of going from like that synth kind of vibe into something super heavy. And
Yeah.
I wish I wish I had the lyrics in front of me.
I got him pulled up right here.
Oh, you do? Sick. Okay.
I do, yeah.
So I feel like it's kind of like this vibe. I mean, they've talked about it extensively, like in their interviews, with, like Nick Nocturnal, and some of the like the Reddit threads you've been seeing with people who were able to go to the Hollywood and like Texas Guitar Center show viewings or listening parties, where it's like a really personal album, and they've kind of opened up into a lot of personal things in their life that are struggles they've gone through, and kind of, you know, having the music as a canvas to express that. And to me, off the bat, it just seems like this song has the push and pull of like you're you know, imagine the synth vibe is like you're in your head and you're just thinking about all these things that are going on in your life, and then you have these moments of like confusion and chaos and rage. And I might be totally wrong based off what the lyrics say, but it's what it kind of the vibe feels like, right? These push and pull, and like, you know, trying to make the right decision, and then having the suit or having trying to have like a more calm being and presence, and then bam, like it all just hits you. Cole, what do the lyrics say? What can you say to that?
I mean, it's pretty much talking about death, in my opinion. I mean, there's a line here. Yeah, some days I dream about the sunlight, but then I wake up inside a boundless nightmare. The crash is for certain, and no one survives. All that is cherished will surely die. Hearing a loop stuck on replay, accelerate to nowhere. So it's very dark. You know, it makes sense with like that black metal theme they kind of came in kicking with, and again, like that techno synth they have is very eerie. It's very interesting too. I really like it a lot. Um, and so I'm curious to see where they will take this, because like you mentioned, it's a very personal album. I know they've mentioned like they have a lot to get off their chest. And I think they also mentioned the songs don't necessarily connect, but each song stands alone and it's
Right.
for a broader theme. So I'm curious to where this is going to go, honestly, because we've heard, you know, I mean, it's interesting too, because I know they chose, you've heard of like the baritone guitar. I'm not a guitarist, but like you're
No.
familiar with like the baritone. So it's basically like super thick strings. It's almost like comparable to like a bass
Uh
guitar,
huh.
and just it allows for just deeper, heavier, lower pitched tunings
Right.
that like can actually pull through in the mix. And so I don't know if you see on like when Mark does his like recordings, like the guitar is like way longer. It's like almost not, it can't even fit the screen of how long the guitar is because they have way thicker gauge of strings.
Okay.
It's like almost like a bass guitar. So that's what they're doing. That's why it sounds so crisp with the low tunings. And I
Right.
think that's all kind of connected with this like
Right.
really dark theme here.
So now that I have the lyrics up, because I pulled them up too, this looks like depression. Like someone who some days I dream about the sunlight, but then I wake in inside a boundless nightmare. Like you cannot escape from like the hell that is depression.
Yeah.
Um, and the title is obsession. It's almost that your depression becomes your obsession. Like it's consuming, right?
Yeah.
Um, wow, this is a really deep song. I mean,
Yeah.
like they said, this whole album is going to be deep. I'm going to have the lyrics up for the next couple songs too. So, super like really unique, right? Like the synth and everything.
Yeah.
The end was really cool. It had that classic Periphery like clean ending. Spencer's on like ending on high notes. He has clean vocals. Um, yeah, I was sick. I was sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, okay, I'm gonna go to the next song.
Okay. Next song, send it.
Okay, next song is Talk. Here we go. That's so sick. Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Holy drum. Matt is going ham.
Oh, dude. Oh, dude.
Dude.
Oh my gosh, dude, his screaming is insane.
Yeah.
They say
Holy cow.
take it day by day, giving yourself some time and grace. It's easy to talk then walk away, while we're buried in shame and the mind is made. Hey, bring your those empty everybody gets a walk away. Some get sick when they go retreat.
Oh my god. This is brutal.
Some get sick when the light was deep. Yes, takes its teeth in
Ooh.
Solo.
Bite down on the tongue and bleed. Foul bait for all to feed. Bite down on the tongue and bleed. They say to take it day by day, giving yourself some time and grace. It's easy to talk then walk away, while we're buried in shame and the mind is made.
God.
The self-rejection I see through. Acted reflection, Red Bull on the water's edge. Only thing you get, a conversation. I refuse. Your words mean nothing.
Man, like eerie.
Dude. Oh my gosh. Do a little vibe.
Man, I'm loving the synth production on this.
Yeah, it's super good.
It's so good. Uh-oh. Ooh.
Solo round 2.
Wow. Man, they're so good at just like writing ambient music.
Yes.
That's just so
Very layered. Super layered.
yes. It's
They say to take it day by day, giving yourself some time and grace. It's easy to talk then walk away, while we're buried in shame and the mind is made. They say to take it day by day, the empty voice rings unrevealing. It's easy to talk then walk away, while we're buried in shame and the mind is made.
dude.
This is so sick.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Holy cow, that was great. Well,
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 well.
well, it got a bigger. Oh my gosh. Okay. Uh, there's a lot there. Um, what are your initial thoughts, Cole?
Man, I'm still trying to gather my thoughts. I mean, incredible song. Vocals are really on point. Again, the synth work is really phenomenal. Yeah, and I mean, I really want to really take more time to engage with the lyrics because I think it like understanding the main theme of this would really just hit much more home, you know?
Right. So just reading it seems like but I agree. It seems like these lyrics for this song talk. It's like talk is cheap. Like
Yeah.
and it's about maybe I don't even know. This one's kind of a little more difficult to kind of get a feel for what.
It's poetic, dude. You got to really sit
Yeah,
and think about it, you know? Like
yeah.
what, you know?
So I mean, they say it to take it day by day, giving yourself some time and space. It's easy to walk and talk or talk and walk away while I'm buried in shame and the mind eats me. Right. So it's like you're ashamed of something you're doing or something that you haven't done. And people are
Yeah.
saying to you like, "Oh, it's cool, man. Just take it easy." And you're just like, "Dude, I can't take it easy because my nature is to go out and do." Or as a man, as a provider, you can relate to that. If you're going through, you lose a job or you're trying to become a better husband or a father or any of those things, and hey, man, just take it day by day, get better and better. Like, dude, like the perfectionism, right, of trying to be someone that you're supposed to be. Um, and feeling the shame when you're not that. I
Yeah.
mean, just that line is what I'm kind of getting from that. But I mean, in terms of the music, there were some super sick riffs. I mean, it was pretty
Oh
heavy.
yeah.
Like it was really,
Yeah.
it was a different, like you said, a different vibe from the other song.
Mhm.
Um, but I'm gonna have to listen to that one again. That one was so
Yeah,
sick.
this one was phenomenal. Like the guitar solo is insane, the riffs they had. Oh man, it's awesome. And yeah, like I'm really trying to think into the lyrics. Like, what do you like? I refuse or silence in numbers. Like, what is that? What do you think that means? And to me, like my impression is if someone who's felt something really hurtful or something that's been really hard to go through, and then other people who maybe haven't lived in their shoes, like they'll kind of give them advice, but talk is cheap, like you're saying, when you haven't, it's easy for you to walk away. That's what it says,
Right.
easy to talk and walk away. But like for me, I'm the one who has to go through this at the end of the day.
Right. And you have different problems than I do. Like
Yeah.
your problem set is different than my problem set, so it's you don't and the way I view the world is different than how you view the world. So, um,
Yeah, the empty
but
advice rings on replay.
right, wow,
Yeah.
that song
While
was
I'm
sick.
buried in shame and the mind eats me away.
I really want to listen to that song again. Like I'm for sure gonna go back to that one. That one was
Yeah,
really good.
yeah,
That one was sick. Uh, okay, next is Mr.God. So this was their first single that came out.
yeah.
Super heavy. We're gonna listen to it because it's a freaking sick song.
Wow, you can't put fire out with fire. The more you try to stop it, blazes higher. And a single ounce of dare you let it spread. Now getting through the smoke straight to the head. Reality is melting. It drips with the stench of the deceased. The hollow twisted carbon sits beneath your molten feet. You stole fire from the bed, you stole fire from the bed. It's flame, carbon doesn't care, no. Every bit of light around you is blended. That's no wonder you don't know how it happened.
This tone the background guitar tone. I think Jake's doing it. It's so, the vibe is so dark. I just imagine like someone burning their world around them and they don't care. Like just standing in the flames. That tone is, it's the first thing I noticed when I heard this song was that tone was so dark. It reminded me of like a Juggernaut.
Yeah, it does. It does remind me.
It reminds me of Juggernaut. Like kind of like a Psychosphere type tone.
Man, this riff's so sick right here.
Yeah. And the little synth intro was so clean. It's very tasteful. They got lots of taste these days. Very good taste.
Technical taste.
So sick. I can't imagine the concert is going to be so sick when they tour.
Dude, his vocals sound so like the screams.
They're so good, especially when Jake's backing him. It's just so heavy and strong. Like it's, oh my god.
Well, you can't play fire out. Let fire. The more you try to stop it, please desire. Let a single out to steer you. Let it spread out, gritting through the smoke straight to the head. So burn out, burn out. You can slow down. Raise the crowd. Burning out, burn out. You can slow down. Can you swallow it down?
All right, that's Mr.God. I mean, that one's been out for maybe 5 weeks now, 5 or 6 weeks. I mean,
Yeah.
it's typical first song of the album. You know, Blood Eagle, Wildfire, and like The Price is Wrong kind of vibe, right? Super heavy, short and sweet. This is when I saw 2 minutes 58 seconds. I'm like, wait a second, what is this?
Yeah.
But this song is so good. It's got this dark vibe. The lyrics, I've read the lyrics before, and I kind of talked to my wife about them. Just it seems like it's someone who has someone who is so arrogant that they're willing to burn the world around them and they don't care. And you kind of get that vibe of just like world ending. Like that's the vibe I got. And especially with the lyrics. But what do you have to say, Cole?
Yeah, I agree. And it's kind of seems like maybe it's unjust in a sense where like the world doesn't come or they don't reap what they sow in terms of
Right.
like kind of evilness because there's a line in here that says like karma doesn't care. No, so like even karma
Right.
doesn't care to give justice in the sense. So it's kind of like they do it and like they don't care and like nothing's gonna happen from that. Like you can think about some politicians who they know nothing will really come of it at the end of the day, but they just keep doing it.
Right.
Things like that. This could be applicable to a lot of different scenarios,
Right. For sure. 100%. Okay, we're gonna move along to Heaven on High. I think this is the song we heard when they posted them playing on the vinyl record. And I'm pretty sure this is that song. It had a very interesting riff, very tasty, as I would say.
I've heard.
Excuse me?
I'd heard this song and Subhuman are like the one people are really freaking out about from just like online discussion from people who've heard the album.
I mean,
already.
we knew Subhuman would be like that. Will Ramos is in. That's pretty unique. Periphery, I've heard them in interviews and videos talk about not liking to have. I don't want to say not liking to have, but they stay away from doing having like other guitarists solo. Or other artists in because when they go to tour or someone to learn that part can be difficult to do. So and things like that. But I'm really excited for Subhuman. So okay, Heaven on High. Here we go. Sorry. There we go.
There we go. Periphery's 6. This time it's Black Sky.
Oh my gosh. It sounds like a Mark riff. 100%. Little kill switch vibe.
Black sky, the birds they fly. I see it all, we flee it all, we flock together. They move past. The lighthouse flies south. The clouds can see the ground, can hear the sound, but can't get back.
Wow,
down.
Spencer's a super low voice.
Could this be my last? Break away from
Oh, yeah.
roots before the storm comes for you. Raise me up from the news, carry me back on the wind to Crossroads, don't know which way is leading home. The water flows, somehow the clearest way to go is
Man, this sounds so good.
I chose. So will you break away from the
Man, this chorus is so sick.
Yeah, it
before
is.
the storm comes for you? Raise me up from the news, carry me back on the wind to you. Now we blind ourselves from the truth. Heaven on high, it's in you. So break away from the roots, carry me back on the wind to you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Down to the tempest, swirling round, racing down, final breath. Rise from the confines, life is found. I'm bound at the crest. Escape, thunderous,
Well, those screams are
cross the rift.
so brutal.
Lightning tears the sky.
Crapcore.
Lightning tears the sky.
Do it. Oh yeah.
Away from the roots before the storm comes for you. Raise me up
Oh my
from
gosh.
the news, carry me back on the wind to you. Now we blind ourselves from the truth.
Yeah.
Heaven on high, it's in you.
That's so sick.
This is incredible.
Oh my god.
Carry me back home on the wind to you.
Oh my
Holy
gosh. I'm like
cow,
tearing up.
dude.
That was incredible. That was so
Oh,
good.
dude.
That was
Oh,
so good.
dude.
That was so good.
Wow.
It
That was
had,
incredible.
dude, that part, they go from the heavy transition and they have the I love when bands do they stop everything and you know it has like that pause where
Right.
the anticipation of you know what's coming and you know it's going to be good, and then
Yeah.
Spencer goes in that chorus and it's just like it's Periphery does such a good job at that. And I heard Misha talk about how he loves like these poppy choruses, right? And and we kind of saw that with what song was it? Everyone Dies
Everyone
Alone.
Dies Alone.
Right.
Yeah.
And this one kind of had that vibe, but it's different. I think it's not as poppy. It's more like
You know what this feels like? This feels like a 2000s metalcore. Like like a kill switch. Literally,
Yeah,
it
a
sounds
kill
like
switch.
the
Yes.
intro riff is like a kill switch engage riff, and then even the chorus where it's just like very melodic but passionate, and it's like holy cow, but they progressive periphery elements to it, and it's like that's what amazes me because they can tap into so many different genres within metal and do it so well.
Dude,
Like this is a great,
I'm
like I
glazing
haven't
right now,
heard.
bro. I'm glazing. That
Yeah,
was
we're
so good.
freaking glazed on over here, dude. Like, I don't know if I've heard like a more metalcore type, like 2008, like As They Lay Dying, all that remains type of like this to me. That's what it sounds like
A
in a
thousand times
sense.
better. But yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
it's like in a modern sense where and they still have the periphery infusion and like, dude, like when like you were talking about when they had that break and then they went right back into the chorus and it's like Spencer has his vocals like the opening vocal he does.
And his
It's like
eh,
I.
okay, so notice his voice was so deep in the low spots.
Yeah.
I have not heard him do that before.
No, I haven't heard him do that either.
That was really, I mean, we talk about this all the time as between each other, but other people on, whether it's Reddit threads or YouTube talk about Spencer's range. But again, he proves that he has more range than what we thought he did.
Yeah.
Incredible. I mean, and that solo, dude, that solo was
Yeah.
freaking sick. I mean,
That's so sick, dude.
yeah,
Man.
that's gonna be a top fiver, I think, in terms of like their songs all time. Like, so there was when they got heavy too. There was a part that sounded. It reminded me of like P1 style of like riff, like chuggy riff, where they're going
Yeah.
quick. P1 like old P1 P2 stuff. Super super cool.
Yeah, this sounds like a P2 type. This sounds like an old where they kind of tap in like the guitar solo, the really sweet like clean vocals and like I don't know, I just love also the clean part too, like in the intro of the song where like just the music just sounds phenomenal, like the songwriting of just how they can compose all the different aspects into together. Like this is a phenomenal
That
song.
was
Like
so good.
seriously.
Now
Yeah.
I didn't have any lyrics up. There's none here,
Yeah, I couldn't get any
which
lyrics
I'm really
either.
grateful for. And looking back, because I could just focus on the song, like the music,
Right.
like what I felt,
Right.
and dude, yeah, holy cow! I don't know what to say. That one was so good.
Yeah, this is fantastic song.
That
dude.
was so good.
This is so sick.
I can't stop laughing.
All right, all right. People online are right. This was a freaking banger,
Oh
bro.
my
This one
gosh.
slaps.
I can't. Okay. All right. We got to move on. I'm going to keep talking about it. Okay. Next song is Unlocking. So we're going to move forward. I'm excited to get the rest of these because that was song 4. We have
Yeah, dude. Holy cow.
8 more.
We are glaze maxing periphery right now,
Glazed.
dude.
All right. Ready? Here we go.
It's been a long time in the chain, so I'm unlocking myself, tired of trying to run away, so I'm unlocking myself.
Ooh. Some progressiveness. Let's go, baby.
Yeah. Oh.
Preservation of the mirror
Dude,
The
I'm
background.
telling you,
Yeah, the synth in the
synth
back.
is
Those
bro,
synths.
it's like Arc Raiders.
Yeah, Arc Raiders. She
Arc Raiders.
Nothing it seems to be. I will retreat down. It's been on for a long time. The leaves to supersede the fishing that they have left. And now I'll serve you. It's been a long time in the chain, so I'm unlocking myself. Tired of trying to run away, so I'm unlocking myself.
That cymbal work is so good.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude.
Dude, this is sick. The lyrics are so sick here.
Sometimes the thoughts are like the waves,
Holy cow,
crash and
bro.
bring the overflow, and I can't help myself. It's like existing on the ocean floor, light above, face down, leagues below. You know now, nothing it seems to be. I wither in the tree dead. It's been on for a long time. The leaves to super soon. The fish that they have left. And now I'll serve you. It's been a long time in the chain, so I'm unlocking myself. Unlocking myself. Tired of trying to run away, so I'm unlocking myself. Unlocking myself. And if the beat's gonna not bang bang, better believe I will spit in his face. Man, it's been a long time in these chains, so I'm unlocking myself.
Oh my gosh. I love this song. These lyrics are
This
so
song,
cool.
Yeah, this song is sick. Absolutely.
And if the beat's gonna not bang bang, better believe I will spit in his face. Man, it's been a long time in these chains, so I'm unlocking myself. Unlocking myself.
Oh,
Oh, dude.
dude, little synth guitar. Little synth.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Dude. Okay.
All right, album of the year. I'm calling it, dude. This
gonna
is
say
GG,
the
bro.
same
We're done.
thing.
Album of the year, dude.
This is going S tier. S tier, number one.
S tier.
S tier.
dude.
I
Oh my gosh.
okay, so when I heard Nick's interview with Misha and how they described talking about how they created this album and how he was kind of it felt deflated. He felt deflated or just kind of in a rut when it came to songwriting because he's like, I just want to do another P7 and P8, P9, and how Matt came to him and they had this idea and he kind of his whole mindset changed and how they wrote the songs differently and dude, you see it. Like this is unbelievable writing.
Yeah.
This is
unbelievable.
This is
unbelievable.
I mean, they have songs like when they did Juggernaut, there's a theme there throughout the entire Alpha and Omega. There's other
Yeah.
songs where they talk about where there's, specific things like Flatline, they're talking about suicide, other things like that. But and obviously this album isn't a concept album as an entirety, but each song is its own concept and every concept is relatable. Like it's all relatable. Like this song, I mean, dude, this is a banger. When Spencer is screaming,
yeah.
hoist the anchor, so rise up, split the ocean, take flight. Like that is so sick. And when he's screaming that, it's like,
Yeah.
let's go. Like I'm breaking off the chains. For any of those who have read the book Red Rising, this means a lot. Break the chains. Break the chains.
Break the chains, bro.
Break the change.
Dude. 100%.
Did I just say change? Whatever. That was sick.
Man, yeah, I gotta really give it up to Spencer for his vocal performance. Like, I'll be honest. So the thing that's always intrigued me with Spencer is the way he has a rasp to his voice when he really wants to belt it and hit it. It's like one of the best I've ever heard. And for me, I've always felt like that's kind of his highlight, and his kind of head voice is kind of always lagged behind a little bit. Like he's a phenomenal singer. Like everything sounds great, but like on this album, like his head voice of how he can on more of the chill parts where he just really stepped it up here. Like to me, it sounds phenomenal. The way he can like step into different rolls with his voice, you know, and like the part where he's like, if the beast is gonna knock, bang, bang, the way he draws that out. I've heard that from somewhere. I don't know where he's pulling it from, that musical theme. Like the beast is gonna knock itself, bang, bang. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
haven't.
Sounds so good. But like it's another theme somewhere. I've heard it, but it's like a different style or genre. I'm not too sure. But like he steps into that so flawlessly. And even like in the chill part early on, his head voice just sounds so good. Like it's phenomenal here. Like hats off, like seriously, like
Dude,
improving over all these years, dude. Like it's insane.
that was so sick. Yeah. It's album of the year, claiming it right now. Done.
Dude,
See ya.
right now, dude. Just put
Sorry.
my stamp on that name,
Stamp it.
dude. Dude, and we got the Arc Raiders freaking little synth in there
That's right,
too.
dude. That's good.
Dude,
See,
even it was like kind of Arc Raiders like riff at the end too. They had that little synth
dude.
guitar riff going.
see you topside Raiders. Let's go. Okay. Next song, highly anticipated, Subhuman.
Okay.
I'm already
All
smiling.
right, dude. I don't know, dude. I'm not ready for this, dude. I'm still trying to process these last two
Dude,
songs. And now we got Subhuman, bro.
Dude, I'm not. Yeah. All right, here we
Oh,
go.
dude. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got Mick Gordon, dude. Mick Gordon riffs.
Oh, my God. It's so low.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. There he is. Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Do it.
Oh, dude. Do it, dude. Uh-oh.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
This is so sick.
Oh, my gosh, dude. Dude, holy crap.
Julie's gonna love that song, dude. Oh
Dude,
my
Julie
gosh.
will love that song. Oh, my gosh.
That was so good.
That was insane.
dude.
Man,
I-
that was like,
I really hope they
Literally-
play that live. I
well, dude, they're gonna play that live. There's no way, bro. Literally, that build to the
Yeah.
Will Ramos comes like literally summoning hell. Like literally, like
you
this
know
is
it's
gonna
coming.
summon hell.
Like I said,
And it was like-
the anticipation. They do it so well. You know something's coming. Like you
Holy cow!
oh my gosh, it's like a whole crescendo and this climax
Yeah.
of oh my gosh, it's so good.
Dude, they're like their duet scream where it's like the low and the high
Yes.
pitch. It's like literally Satan himself, dude.
yeah,
It's
that was
insane.
really cool.
Oh my
um,
gosh.
This one, I mean, reading the lyrics, is just like a. This one I'm gonna look into more because it's pretty. To me, it doesn't seem super clear. I mean, it almost seems like war. Like it seems like
Yeah,
war.
it kind of does seem like that.
Like just people like going into war. You're just a number. Like you're below human.
Right.
You're there to fight. You're no pain is no fun.
Caught in the crosshairs of mine. Yep.
Yeah.
A game of numbers stacking upward.
Yep.
So careless and free.
Right. You become like this. And that's like the brutality of war is. There's people up at the top, management or whatever you'd like to call it, leadership that just say, "Oh, you guys go do your thing," and there's no care to
Yeah,
to
no
the
pain
to,
is no fun.
to the people who
Prey upon the numbers.
serve. I mean, that's just off my. This would be interesting to be at those. What would you call it? The audio, the listening experiences they
Yeah.
had, where they could talk about each song and lyric.
Yeah.
And I'm
I'm
sure
curious.
I mean, it's this album dropped not even an hour ago, so I'm sure there will be more threads and posts about this song specifically. I'm super excited for their video documentary that they always do.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the puns and the jokes and Misha just being absolutely out of pocket. That's what I live for.
Yeah, this is by far their heaviest song, by far.
Uh-huh.
Like this clears anything in terms of heaviness. It's insane.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've recognized this. They've reused this, not reused it, but this isn't a riff Misha's done before.
Mhm.
I think it's on one of his like
On his bulb albums.
no, it's from one of the Giga drum riffs they do. Like they'll post like an ad for like whatever drum pack they're using, and this is for sure a riff Misha's used. It's a great one, by the way, because I've thought a lot of those riffs. I'm like, bro, they need to use this because it's so
Of
good.
course, they're going to use
So
it.
I'm happy. I'm happy it's showing up in this song and others. But yeah, they've definitely. I'll send it to you. This riff's been there before, so it's a perfect song
Dude,
for it.
Will,
So sick.
thank you for coming, and that was awesome. That was a treat.
Dude,
that was
insane.
so sick.
Insane, bro. Holy cow. S tier. Stand.
S tier. All right, we're officially on the back half of the album. So here we go. We're gonna do Blackwall. Oh, dude, this is our greatest, bro. Dude, this is like 80 Cent.
The juxtaposition's insane coming from Subhuman to.
Yeah. Dude, progressive. Super progressive.
Oh, yeah.
Creation of a dreamer to populate minds with conscious thought, a collection of our a believer.
Yeah, Spencer sounds so good right here.
Yeah.
Without a body physical.
It sounds like AI, the lyrics.
I mean, yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah, what's coming?
It's like kind of like Northland vibes.
Oh, dude, yeah.
It sound- Yeah. Dude, again, the production's insane.
Yeah. Gosh, sick. so layered. Holy cow.
Man. It's like a chase. It's like I'm getting chased or I'm chasing something, you know?
Right.
Or like creation. Kind of reminds me of like creation. You
Right.
know? Like all the pieces together.
Oh, that's cool. Like the call. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely sounds like AI for sure.
Yeah, the lyrics definitely kind of lead that way, but maybe there's a deeper meaning to it.
Yeah.
I mean, Periphery, they tend to have a. I think the only I don't want to say this. I feel like okay, so I feel like P4, P5 had like an electronic type song in it. This vibe, like Silhouette, and then I think P2 had one with Epoch, Epic, how you want to say it, Epoch. But there was no singing in that one. That was just straight instrumental, electronic instrumental. But I think this is the best one I've heard. This one has that North Lane vibe. I thought they might go into add maybe some guitar riffs and drums into it to make it like a North Laney vibe, but they didn't. They kept it all electronic, which is still good. Spencer's voice is really good in this one.
Yeah, his voice is and really good.
I mean, his voice is always good. I'm gonna Glaze Spencer.
I just think it's improved. Like something that's this type of vibe in the last album on P5 is like Silhouette, for example, and I think this is just a massive amounts of improvement from that. Like Silhouette's great. This to me sounds like really just Spencer really finding his voice and like the kind of more chiller headspace kind of, singing, in my opinion.
Right.
It sounds so good. Like seriously, it's phenomenal.
Right. Honestly, not super. I just don't listen to the like Silhouette or Epoch or any of those very much. So I don't know though. Like when I listen to Juggernaut, I listen to it from the start to the finish. I don't pick songs out. That album has to be played through in its entirety.
Right.
And I think this album might be like that. So I'll probably listen to this more than I had any of the other ones.
Yeah.
But okay, next song, Malevolent. This one could be heavy. Malevolent. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sounds like a Misha riff.
Yeah.
Maybe Mark. Dude.
Mark. It sounds like Mark.
It sounds like Mark.
It's all over the fretboard.
Yeah.
This sounds like Juggernaut Omega.
Oh yeah.
That the orchestral arrangement behind it is so sick.
I know, dude. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Sick. Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, that was sick. That ending was really cool.
Yeah, so good. Oh man.
So that I noticed that I don't know if this is true or not, but from what it sounds like at the album I listened to, that it sounded like the first type of orchestral arrangement they've used in the album so far.
Yeah.
They kind of had that bridge portion where they had like the solo violin and they went into kind of some more in the background, which they've always done a good job at. I've actually, so when I was in college, I had some of my friends at another spot, and we went to go hang out, and I met Randy Slaw there. He was a friend of a friend who actually produced some of the orchestral arrangements in, I know in P4, he did all of P4's the orchestral arrangements there, and you can see that in like their video, in their video documentary. At the time we met, they had just come out with Juggernaut, and he had mentioned to me that he did how he got into the industry, or how he got into, not industry, but with Periphery, was Misha had posted Have a Blast, and he did the orchestral arrangement on like the computer, and he was looking for someone to do it live. And so Randy was able to do that at school with their equipment and some students there, and then it went from there. And Randy and I actually went to a concert in Salt Lake together, and we met Matt Halpern. It was really cool. He was super chill. But yeah, I mean, that was awesome. That was really cool. So I hope Randy did that one. I don't know if he did or didn't, but if he did, it sounds great.
Yeah, it sounds really good. Yeah, for sure. This is a Mark riff. We got a lot of the black metal coming into here, and it sounds really good. Like I love the orchestral stuff, as you're mentioning. Um, yeah, just the different tones they're using is just really phenomenal.
Right.
Yeah, it's great.
The lyrics seem like this one. It seems more like again, I'm looking at these again, but it seems like like a house you don't ever want to go into again. All of like the memories and the things that have just, and it might not be like, they are making it an exaggerated form of what the house could mean, like there's dead people below it and people were killed here, but essentially like a past childhood or life where you lived in a home that was just, kind of like a child's hell, right? When you look back on those things, you're like, how did you get out?
Right.
You don't want to go back to that place.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I got from that. But
Yeah.
We'll go to the next song, Carry On. This is song 9 on the track. Here we go.
Life in slow motion under the sheet.
Again, a different vibe.
And I
Like-
saw you carry on, holding your full weight, buckling me.
Ooh, yeah, dude. We're going some
But I saw
sleep token sexy vibes,
Dude.
dude.
carry on.
Yeah,
Stay in the line, stay in the line, or you'll find oblivion. The better thoughts will let you in, for your answers some medicine. A masochist who won't let go, and find yourself in the earth below. Please sit down.
oh my gosh.
These walls are not your face, they're not your face. Once you out until the moment where you don't fit in. Lack of emotion.
Oh my gosh.
Pulling the strings. Believe me, I see everything.
Pop.
Maybe
Yes.
it's better for
More synth in the background.
life to leave
Got
you.
another synth, dude. Man, they're really good at writing the synth parts.
But I've seen you carry on. If you just stay
Dude.
in line, yeah, you'll find you carry on.
Man.
Please sit down. These walls are not your face, they're not your face. Once you out until the moment where you don't fit in. Under attack, you like to lie yourself, lie yourself. These walls are not your face, they're not your face. They like to shove it down your throat like a medicine. Life is so
Oh my gosh.
under the sheets.
Dude, that's so good.
But I see you carry on.
Nice. Oh, dude, those drums.
Oh my gosh. Spencer.
Nice.
Carry on.
Wow.
Man, all these songs are so well written.
Dude,
Like the
That
dude,
was
here's the thing too.
That outro was so good.
Man,
Sorry.
the
Oh my
thing-
gosh.
I don't think they're doing this, but like I know a lot of like high tier bands, like the big bands in metal, or like even just in general music industry, they're having people write their melodies and write their songs. Like
They don't
if
do
they're
this.
doing,
We know that.
Yeah, like dude, we know it's just incredible how talented they are at writing music. Because like I mean, sure, you could hear some of this come up in like a really famous artist who's really big, but like they have people writing that for them, like trained people who are professionals, that do it for their living and really well known. Like they're doing this all on their own and
Right.
like at a really high level, and it's just insane. It's insane.
Well, okay, so if you remember watching Nick's Nocturnal's interview with Misha, where he talks about Misha's like, typically when we're on a P4 or 5 or 3 album, whatever, the guitarists write their songs. They send it to Matt. He puts in drumming. They send it to Spencer, and he has to sort through it and figure out lyrics. and
Yeah,
how
they
go.
like write the song first before Spencer
right,
like
and-
touches it. Yeah,
right, which is crazy. I mean, dude, that's incredible. But this, he talked about how they all came together and wrote the songs together, and I think
yeah, and you can tell.
you could tell. You
absolutely.
could tell because there's
100%.
a different vibe. It's just there's new material, all new material, but
Nice.
there you go. But it's the same, but different. Um, it's this is so good. This song was really cool. I really like the lyrics. Again, it's very similar to the first album, Obsession. It's a push and pull, right? When you said Sleep Token, Sexy Vibes, I almost lost it. That was so funny. But
Well, dude, like that's how it is, and it sounds so good, and like the pop elements. I'm like,
right,
man, this is, and then it just hits you like, holy
right.
cow,
To
you
me,
know?
this is like being with someone who struggles with themselves. I don't know, like the outro lyrics, like I've seen you carry on, I've seen you carry on. Like I know you can, like I know you can do this. I know you can carry on. I know you can do this. Where in the chorus, you're under attack. You're under attack. You don't fit in. That's kind of the vibe I got. Um, I don't know. What do you think, Cole?
Yeah, I definitely think it has like that duality element to it. I don't know. I think maybe like, yeah, I gotta look more into it. It's
Like, and I saw you carry on, holding your full weight, buckling knees, but I saw you carry on, stay in the light, stay in the light. It's almost, maybe it's not so much like, it's like someone who is dealing with either like bipolar or multiple personality disorder, right? Like someone who has the ability. You see them from an outside perspective, like you see them in the light where they're good, then they can do these things, and
yeah,
then you see this darkness where these walls are not your friends, they're not your friends, they'll box you out, like you're paranoid, you can't, you know. It's actually it's actually a more sad song because seeing someone like that is way harder to deal with than maybe that person living
yeah,
because it's fake, right? It's not sorry, it's not fake. It's they can't control it themselves. They're in I mean, it's a disorder. It's literally a biochemical or mental disorder, a problem.
yeah. No, I think it definitely is talking about some sort of psychological torment, maybe some mental health disorder, something like maybe like depression or yeah, it could be some maybe bipolar or even maybe even schizophrenia for a second, where it's like your mind's trapped in, it can become a prison, but like you can still carry on through all of
Right.
that, you
Like
know?
the Smeagol Gollum effect, right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
wow, that was a really cool song. That was really cool.
yeah.
Album of the year. Album of the year. Okay, next song, Neon Valley. Maybe another synth. We'll see. Neon Valley, 80s. Thinking about it. Let's see. Is that a harp?
Uh, I think so.
There's some orchestral arrangement.
Born to the mist of the trees, ocean and breeze. Raised in a rusting belief, like rotting leaves, a friend of disease. Smoke projects the vision, colors hypnotize, free of possession, material oppression, with glimpses of a prophet in disguise. Follow the path of stars, winding road miles away. The heavens are living in, melting away the memories on the way home. Screaming, save me in a world so bleak. You've discarded me now. Taking safety, consecrate beliefs to the heresy. Take me charm of God. Bathed in a hollow embrace, a brand new face, just to belong. Follow with no regard, signing life away. The warmth of the heaven fades, stripping away the dignity not to be alone. Screaming, save me.
This song is so different than anyone I've heard from Periphery.
It is. Yep.
Here we go. Blast beat. Dude, they do this so well. Wow, that was more different than I've
Interesting.
ever heard. Like
Yeah, I
that's
haven't.
that's a new that's a I obviously there's elements that are similar to other songs they've done, but that one was
Yeah,
that was
much
like a
more.
it
Yeah,
was like a story. It seems like a story, like from start to finish. I mean, they've done that before,
yeah.
but just the orchestral arrangement in the beginning, kind of the slower, more mellow. I don't want to say alternative type of music, but
It seems more like rock.
yeah,
You know.
yeah, which is fine. Like, there's no problem with
Yeah.
that, but it's just different. I mean, this is they do this all the time though. They have they don't do this. This is different. This is new,
Yeah.
and it was good. Um, I'm not sure what to make of the lyrics. Um, it seems like kind of going through someone's life as they're born, they grow up. It seems like I can go like a religious route, but it also seems like I can go towards like finding someone in your life who helped save you, like being married to them, like that type deal. As they talk about like the altar. Um, yeah, what did he say that? He said that in this line here: becoming one with the altar, sacrificing for true devotion. That could mean like religious thing, but people get married over the altar as well. So, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think the overall theme, I think, seems like people will forego their identity and who they are as like as a person to kind of fit a certain group norm. Like, I think it would make sense in like a religious context where like people will tend to conform with like a religious group or identity and like forego their own identity so that they feel belong to a certain group.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I think consecrate beliefs to the heresy take me. I don't like you could think like to the heresy like are they saying the religious beliefs the heresy or that something outside the belief is a heresy? But like eyes wide to a gorgeous facade, behold the charm of a god. To me, that sounds like they're like starstruck so much and they're clinging to this, false tradition or false whateverness, just to belong, right? They say that in
Right.
verse two.
Right.
And I could see that. And like, I don't even think you need to have this into religious You could do it in like a political ideology. I think, yeah, people will like put their beliefs,
It
their like
becomes a
political
religion.
beliefs over them. Yeah.
Right.
You could take it to, certain religious groups or whatever, I think that could make a lot of sense too, because I just knowing, I think Spencer grew up Jehovah's Witness. I don't
Hmm.
think he's Jehovah's Witness anymore, but like I think that could make a lot of sense in that context if he's the one who wrote the song. Um, so just some thoughts there.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That like from what you said and then kind of looking at it again. Yeah. It's a little bit more. Um, it's like a reprieve from the religion. Like the song, just the vibe of it is more like a release, like kind of getting it off. Like this is how I felt. It's not so much screaming about it. It's more like becoming one with it. I don't know. That's just kind of the vibe I got. Okay, next song, "Everyone Dies Alone." We know this one. This is their second
Yeah.
single. This one I really like. I know some people are like, it's not my vibe. And they can leave. Okay, we're
Dude, this
glazing
song's
here.
sick, dude.
We're glazing here.
Glaze Maxing.
We will always glaze. All right.
Always seems to come to this, the end of joyful ignorance. Drop everything that I have and go. Half asleep behind the wheel, not sure what I'm supposed to feel. Still holding on to the life we know. Give me all your pain, your rage, your fear of where you lay. My never-ending rage is gonna take it all away. Give me your hand, I'll hold it while I can. Experiencing something I will never understand. Heart stops beating, the heart stops. The heart stops beating, love so fleeting. We're leading them on.
This song is so good. This is like that poppy chorus, right? That Nisha talked about. You love so much. It's pretty funny.
World keeps breathing, but everyone dies alone. Everyone dies alone.
Part six.
Reality,
Man, I love the verse.
Yeah. Dude, Matt, this drumming is insane. This song is insane with his drumming.
It's true.
Bro, this part is so sick. Dude, that part is so cool.
So good.
That part reminds me of like the way the news goes in their interlude, like their bridge. They have kind of a similar
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The song is really good. The lyrics are incredibly
Sadcore, bro.
dude. It's
Drifting off to
you really feel. I think this is about Mark's dad. Or Mark, how he went through this.
Right.
You really feel his pain.
Right.
Like this is.
I know. And it's like it's true. Like if you think about it, you're the only. You're like
You have
by
to cross the
yourself.
veil by yourself.
Right.
Like you have to do that journey yourself.
Yeah. No, that's true.
There's that tone again from Mr.God. The background tone,
Yeah.
like the dissonance it causes.
Man.
That's such a good song. It
I've listened
really
to the
is.
song so
I
many
know.
times since it's come out. It's so good.
Whenever someone's like, "It's not as good as the first one," I turn the computer off. Like honestly, like it's definitely different from the first one, but I really enjoy that song. I thought the lyrics were. Everyone in their life has had someone who's died, and some people it's different for everyone, but to lose a parent, like Mark talked about, or someone close to you. I mean, it's. I mean, the lyric says it perfectly at the very beginning. Uh, it always seems to come to this, the end of joyful ignorance. Like it's coming, no matter what.
Right.
Death is coming.
Right.
You cannot
Right.
stop it. And I was just at a funeral last week, and for a man who was unbelievably charitable and giving, and he had a huge family. All of his grandchildren were there, and so for them to talk about everyone dies alone, there's truth in that, in the sense that no one can die for you or with you. I mean, I guess you could romantically do that, right? Romeo and Juliet, but you have to cross that point on your own. And I'm the believer of, like, I've seen it where, if you live your life in a certain way, to value the relationships with your friends and family and have equity in those things, and make sure that you're not a jerk, that you're maintaining those relationships, that you're not going to die alone, because they'll be with you as you leave, and the other people that have already passed on will be there waiting for you. And that is comforting, but I can imagine that someone who doesn't have the same beliefs that I do would be, this is a very difficult song. I think they're right. I think this
Yeah.
is,
No, absolutely.
I think this
Well,
is really,
yeah.
really deep.
Well, it's like you have family members, like let's say you have friends, people in your circle, but like when you're going through that moment, like consciously, it's just you and you have to go through that. Like it's really only you who experiences it,
Right.
and then yeah, then all sorts of questions start jumping in, is like, are there people waiting for you? Are there other people who've had that who can share it with you? Is that really just it? Like at the end of the line, and then that gets into a whole different discussion.
Right.
Um, so it's interesting, and I think these guys are at a point in their life where, you know, like really things start coming around, like joyful ignorance. I'm in my 20s,
Right.
and it's like you could say is the 20s, somewhat better years, but as you get older, things start to degrade and deteriorate. You see life for its rawness, and where suffering really hits you. And you're right, the end of joyful ignorance in the sense of
Right.
like you don't really know. Like, oh yeah, for me, I have an idea of like, oh, what it may feel like having to go through these hardships in life, or having to suffer what someone suffered when they have a loved one pass away. I may have an idea of what that's like, but you don't really know of that until you really hit it. And
Right.
so I think it's they're at that point in life where they're experiencing it, and it's must be really hard to write the song, like you mentioned.
Right, right. Musically, I think this. When I first heard it, I immediately thought of Matt's drumming, and then you saw the Minor Symbols put out his cover of it, and
Yeah,
he. This is a really technically difficult song. That bridge, he seems to be. I mean, in typical Matt fashion, if a cymbal stops, everyone dies alone. Like he's
right,
got to keep. So he just does. He's
right.
so good at having a cymbal playing in his music. Um, and then that tone, that dissonant tone that you hear in Mr. God, seemed to came back in this one. It's kind of a
Yeah,
similar vibe, eerie, dark. Okay, we're on to the last song. I'm kind of bummed that it's already over, but I'm also happy because now I can go back and listen to it again. Uh,
I know. Yeah.
oh my gosh. Okay, last song, A Pale White
All
Dot.
right, a
Here we go.
pale white dot. Send it.
Whoa, acoustic.
Oh, I guess it's just instrumental. Wow.
The song sounds like gratitude.
Sounds like a farewell.
It does, but it seems like like a more grateful vibe.
Yeah.
Like
Could be a mix of both.
right.
Wow, beautiful.
Wow,
Beautiful.
that was a cool way to end it out.
Yeah.
It sounded like it did sound like a farewell, but it had this tone to it that I just felt like okay, I don't know who played the guitar in it. It sounds I
Sounds
mean,
like Mark.
sounds like Mark. He did Priestess, right? I'm sure
I
that,
think, yeah, I
but
think it's him who did
but
this.
think about okay, we just came out. Everyone Dies Alone, right? Which is arguably the most
Emotionally
emotionally charged song on the
impactful
album,
song. Yeah, yeah.
right? And then you go to um, that song, and it's almost like Mark coming full circle, and he's just like, I mean, dude, you think about your dad dying, our dad dying, right? And all of the lessons that he teaches us daily or throughout our life, and there's nothing but a word to think of except I'm so grateful um, to be raised by that person. And I don't know Mark's relationship with his dad, but from the song, it seems like it was pretty impactful for him. And that's kind of the vibe I got. I mean, he looks at his life looking back now. I think they said he was like 40 years old, or I don't know. I think that's his age. He's around there. And I mean, there's a lot of things to be grateful for. I mean, I'm 33, and I'm. There's been a lot of hardship in my life, but there's been a lot of things I'm really grateful. And
Right.
um, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's like maybe if, coming from that perspective, like from Everyone Dies Alone, to me it sounds like a song of farewell, but like also coming to terms and being okay with that. You know what I mean? That it's
Right,
like, man, this is
right,
something, and like it does, it prompts questions like, will I ever see that person again? And I would think that's like my understanding of Periphery is like I think they're skeptical of that question. And that's really troubling. It's hard to really grasp with that. But then I'm wondering if this is kind of like a point to like where they're coming to terms and peace with that. It's like, I'm okay with that. That's part of life. I'm grateful for what I have now, and I'm here just to move on
right.
with it. And it's interesting, like a pale white dot. Like I'm curious what you think that means. To me, it's like
Do you know what it
a
comes from?
what does it come from?
I think it's a space reference. I think there was a astrophysicist who um, is it a blue white dot or is it oh my gosh, I'm looking it up right now. Who said there was a as one of the deep space probes was leaving our atmosphere, it turned around and took a picture before it left our atmosphere, or not atmosphere, our galaxy, and took a picture of Earth. And there's this really small micro white dot that you see, and the physicist at the time just said, that we're a pale white dot. I think it's a
Oh,
blue.
it's right here. Oh,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
No, you
So,
say
someone wrote out, so I guess it's a photo from a Voyager space probe
yes.
looking back towards Earth from like 6 billion kilometers away. There's one little tiny blue pixel, and the quote from Carl Sagan
Carl Sagan.
is
That's who it is.
basically everything we've ever known in the history of humanity has taken place on this pale blue dot.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it's like, in reality, what's happening here, we're like, it's really just incomparable to what the whole big plot is of the universe, and like how do we deal with that?
Right. I mean,
Maybe.
every experience is lived. Right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like your experience is lived, and it's only yours, and mine's different than yours, and what we
yeah,
perceive, and um, yeah. Well, holy cow, man, that album was awesome. It
yeah.
was. It was. I don't really have words. I mean, it was. So
So
so if we based off other albums, right? Generally, the last song in the album is like, I mean, Thanks Nubuo and Dracula Grass like bangers, right? Dracula Grass is like insane. You have
right.
Satellites with P4. You had Loon with P3, which is a little bit more of a vibe like a Pale White Dot, um, but totally different than any of the albums they've ever done.
Yeah,
And, and it works really well.
yeah,
These were
yeah.
so different and they were so good. And they still had the Periphery vibe, but they worked on something different. And I think what I enjoyed the most was like the lyrical strength, like the ability to have more meaning and depth in the lyrics, and throughout the whole song was really cool and unique.
Hmm. Yeah, I think this is by far their most mature album, 100%. You can really tell how much I think they've grown musically, but also how intentional they are with writing. Like to me, I just think back to like the P2 days. Like when I was a kid, I'd watch those freaking videos of like the P2, the making of the
Oh
album.
my gosh.
And when I'm older now and I look back at it, like they're all just like, freaking like 20-year-old goofballs just hanging
Yeah.
around having a good time,
College kids. Yeah, you're just like, dude, let's
Yeah,
do stupid stuff.
yeah, dude. Like it's hilarious because, and it's just a fun time. But then you look through, over a decade of experience they've had and to where they're at in their moment right now. Like, they've had relationship, like Matt has a family, for example. They all have significant relationships. They've gone through significant suffering. And right now in life is like a critical moment for all of them. I mean, this is like the time
Right.
where a lot of people have a midlife crisis because this was really where a time
Is this a midlife
where,
crisis?
life hits you.
A pale
Well,
midlife crisis.
yeah, it's a time where that happens, and it happens
Right.
for a reason. And it's like coming to terms with that and understanding and how to cope with it and live through it. And so, it's interesting how they're deconstructing it. And I think it's beautifully done because they've touched on a lot of interesting topics from like subhuman, everyone dies alone, heaven on high. I really wish I would love the lyrics on that because that sounds like a
Right.
really interesting song to dive into.
Unlocking, right? Malevolent,
Yeah.
carry on. Like they're man, everyone dies. I mean, dude, they're all of them have significant meaning. Obsession, man. I'm excited to listen to all this again. Like this is so good. I
Yeah.
cannot wait till they tour. I cannot wait to see them. I can't wait to see the video documentary. I can't wait to hear them talk about it. I can't wait
Man.
to hear like other people's reactions and comments on what they want to know. Subscribe, like the video, bro. Comment.
No,
We really
100%.
want to like know what you guys think.
And they touch on so many important topics here, like and also a lot of like existential questions. And like I'm curious where they're going to go. Like let's say they make an album 10 years from now and how if their minds are changed or where they go from that period. You know
Right.
what I mean? Because like for me, like I can't believe how much my perspective has changed over the last 10 years, even though I wouldn't have thought otherwise.
Right.
So I'm curious to see where they take things because it's just, it's their most impactful album 100%
Yeah.
in terms of substance. So,
S tier. W
yeah, this is
periphery.
S tier.
Typical periphery W. Just
Dude.
freaking the greatest band ever alive. I mean, I don't care what anyone says. That's
Yeah,
so
I
good.
I already I already like this way more than like I loved P5. This is way I to me I will listen to this 100% more than
Right.
P5. This is like really really high tier album. Like,
Yes.
man.
This is right up
And
there
like
with P2, I think.
P2
I
and
think.
P4. I'm a P4 lover, dude. That one's so good. I know.
No, P4 is
Well,
good. They're all
they're all
good.
good, dude. They're all good in their own ways, man. They're all just
Dude,
so
Juggernaut's
phenomenal.
goaded. Juggernaut is goaded.
Juggernaut is goated. And it's so funny, like I think I saw Misha on Reddit. He posted like, yeah, like when P2 Juggernaut came out, P1, like people hated on it, like they always shat on it. And then now looking back, everyone thinks those are like the golden albums. So it's just interesting how much time
Dude, this
goes
is
and
such a good album. This is so good.
dude, this is yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think that's it. Uh, I don't know what to say, but I already said it. It was really good. I'm so excited.
Yeah, notable songs for you that really stood out.
I mean, obviously, Heaven on High, dude. I mean, that one had some definite feels in it. I really liked Unlocking and the meaning of that one.
I love that song too.
Yeah, Unlocking was really cool. Subhuman was, I don't know, man. I got to listen to Obsession and Talk again. I feel like those ones were awesome as well.
Yeah, I
But
really like Talk.
Talk was, yeah, I got to listen to it again.
I'm trying to remember these songs, dude. Like,
Yeah, seriously. Well, we'll listen to it again, but uh, thanks for joining us on this. We really appreciate it. What about you? What was your favorite?
yeah, same. All same. Heaven on High and Locking
I actually really
Subhuman.
liked the Pale White Dot at the end. Like I thought
Yeah, Pale Out Dove is phenomenal.
that was a really cool way to end the album. I thought it was unique. I thought it was different. I thought it just makes me feel like, especially after everyone dies alone, like having that song, like okay, like it's gonna be okay. Like
I know. Well, it's that's the thing. It's there's a lot of emotion. It's like I
yeah,
wonder if that's where the band's left. Like if that's where they're ending, if they're how they're feeling currently.
right,
It's because like it sucks, dude. And like, is there a happy ending at the end? That's a huge existential question.
right,
Is there a happy ending?
right, for sure,
And you're kind of left like with this album. It's like, how am I feeling? And maybe that's okay. Like maybe that's just they're okay with that.
dude.
And they
We got to travel to Europe and go watch them tour. Holy cow! I wonder what songs are gonna play. I got to find out Will Ramos's airplane tracker to see where he's going for a concert. Hopefully they'll link up. That would be so sick.
All right, dude. All right. Next reaction video is Julie.
Yeah.
Freaking on Subhuman. Dude, that'd be.
She
You
is
gotta do it.
not a Periphery Glazer. Not a Glazer.
No,
not
she's
a
not a
Glazer.
Periphery Glazer.
No.
She is a Will Ramos Glazer. She is a Will Ramos Glazer.
Yes, she is. She loves Will Ramos. So, thanks for watching. If you got this far, we really appreciate it. It's the first video we've ever done, and we wanted to
Subscribe
do
to
it.
the channel.
Subscribe to the channel.
Hit that like button.
Yeah.
Pound that like button.
Pound it, bruh. All right. Thanks, everyone.